Good afternoon, this is Evan with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital inspection on an architectural asphalt shingle roof. As you can see, wanted to point out a few things as I do my inspection here. So first, this home is experiencing a leak into the interior of the kitchen in this general vicinity right here. And so I wanted to point out the issues I'm seeing on these roof planes first before getting to the remainder of the roof. And so immediately I see multiple solar conduits across this roof installed, and I just want to make sure that the attachment points were installed properly, which they were not. And I believe that is what is contributing to this issue here. So first off, when you have a solar conduit installed, a solar system on a roof, you need to have these flashings installed where you penetrate into the roof. What I'm noticing is not all of the attachments and penetrations are flashed. As you can see here, you're drilling straight through the material, and you can see the shingle that was caulked on the sides, but there's no flashing here and here as well. And so the leak is happening here. And so, it is possible that it is originating from the penetration here, and the water is getting inside somehow and then seeping down through the angle inside here. As you can see, this penetration has no flashing. But one huge area of concern that I've seen, I believe could also be the reason that you're getting water inside, is where the attachment point on this conduit is penetrating into the roof. There's no flashing here. So the two main issues I find with this one is that there's no flashing, but they also did a penetration in the middle of a valley. A valley is where two roof planes meet. It can be very problematic when you install in the middle of a valley, because it's just an area where water can easily build up. There's debris. Before I moved all these leaves, it was just littered all over this side. And so when moisture and debris builds up, eventually that water will find a way through the roof into the house if it cannot flow off of the roof. So you can see that it was sealed over time. And when you reseal, that is only a temporary fix. It's not a long-term fix. So this attachment point is super problematic, and it was not done professionally. And you can also see a minor repair on the shingles here. So this must have been an issue that has been happening at least for the past few months. So those attachment points that I'm seeing are problematic. That is the main issue that I'm seeing. A proper fix, unfortunately, there's just a lot going on here. So the proper fix that we would do if we were to approach this roof leak and fix it is we would completely tear off this full roof plane here, all the way down to the wood decking, inspect the wood, replace all the wood that has been damaged by rot, replace it with fresh wood, new underlayment, new shingle, and then also we would want to redo the solar conduits and the way that it was installed and have it be much cleaner. You're really supposed to run a conduit along the ridge if you can, and not across the middle of a roof plane and across a valley. And you're really not supposed to do an attachment in the middle of a valley like right here. So that is what I believe is happening, and that's why I believe this leak is happening in this area here. So we would redo these two roof planes with new shingle, and then redo the way that the solar conduits were installed here. I'll do a quick overview. I'll do a quick overview of the rest of the roof. The shingle courses look to be in good condition. I don't see much fiberglass or granule depletion at all. You have your low profile O'Hagan vents. This is the type of vent that we use on our shingle roofs. You have two solar tubes that look to have been properly flashed. And so the roof, from what I'm seeing, looks to be about 12 to 15 years of age. A shingle or an architectural asphalt shingle roof usually has a lifespan of 20 to 25 years. So it should have plenty of life left. As far as the way the solar was installed, you do see flashings in the penetrations, which is proper. It could have been done a little bit more professionally. You can see how some of them are bent and they just go right over the top of the shingle. You have a couple rips in the shingle here and here and here. But again, the way that the conduit was penetrated and installed was just improper. You have to flash these points here. You have some wood damage, super apparent right here. You can see some obvious rot, potential termite damage. Termites are very common in San Diego, but it's definitely some wood rot there that would need to be replaced when it is time for the roof to be fully replaced. Yeah, the shingles themselves look to be intact. I don't see much granule depletion at all or fiberglass exposed. And so to wrap up my video, the roof should have another 5 to 10 years left of life on it, but with water already getting inside the kitchen, that poses a huge concern. And so again, like I said, what we can do is replace these 2 roof planes, fully remove them to assess what's going on underneath, fix the leak, install new underlayment, new shingle, and redo the way that the solar conduits were installed so that you're not having any of those problems like you are right now. And the only concern there is if this is the first area that is leaking inside, it's kind of only a matter of time before another area starts to leak as well with an improper solar installation. I'll make sure that this video gets out to the homeowner. Thank you.